Sim Update 15 Beta has received its second update, which includes a bunch of performance and multiplayer updates for the beta, as well as this week we've seen an all-new airport improvements from the recent World Hub Microsoft update, as well as all of this week's announcements and release news. So let's not waste any more of your time and jump straight into the video. Kicking off this week's previews and announcements, Just Flight have been very consistent when it comes to the updates on their many in-development aircraft for 2024. Just Flight's Tornado is taking its turn this week. In recent weeks, the team have been working on many liveries that will be delivered with the release. Just Flight mentions the Tornado is a very complex aircraft system-wise, just like a mini airliner, and with copious amounts of individual systems. And work has already begun on the aircraft's electronical, fuel, and hydraulic systems. Just Flight mentions the recoding of the entire aircraft is no small feat, and now they have a dedicated system coder that is now working on the project, who was the coder for their F-28 project, so we should see some really high fidelity when it comes to the Tornado. There is no ETA when we'll see the release, but of course we'll keep an eye out for more development updates from the Just Flight team. A small update from the fly-by-wire team when it comes to the Airbus A380. The Airbus A380 has been in development for some time now, and the team mentioned this week the project has been coming along nicely, and the team is excited to share some new teaser shots of their cockpit. In the last few weeks, the fly-by-wire team has made some good progress with the mention of their custom-made FMS and also developing a multi-function display that integrates in the onboard airport navigation systems. An all-new video will soon be shared by the team with an update on the progress of the A380 project. There is no ETA when we'll see the Airbus A380 in their sims, but from the looks of it, there's still a bit of development to come. Beyond ATC this week released some more information about their pricing and purchasing packages for their upcoming release. The AI ATC utilities are certainly heating up, with many offerings in the advanced stages of development. Beyond ATC has mentioned that the product will be released in 3 different packages, including a offline, a basic, and a premium. The offline is a one-time, lifetime purchase, giving all the features and future updates, while the basic package offers additional 100 medium plus quality voices, many with accents, and the premium will offer 250 plus high quality voices from every country. The basic and the premium package rely on a connection to generate an AI voice, which requires additional funds for these packages. I won't go into the actual detail about the pricing, as it seems to be a very convoluted, and I think it's something that everybody needs to explore if that's something that they want to purchase and what they see a value for themselves. For this one, I'm going to sit on the fence and not really get into it. I'll leave a link in the description if you'd like to check out the full announcements and test the different voice packs that will be available. The link is in the description below. Bosh that like button if you find value out of the content we create here on the channel. Consider subscribing to the channel to stay up to date with all the Flight Sim weekly news and highlights. We are on the road to 100,000 subscribers, and we would love to have you on board before we hit that milestone, even better before Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is released. Thank you very much for your support. VATSIM this week announced they are trialling CTAF frequencies, which is known as Common Traffic Advisory Frequencies. The trial will begin on the 1st of March in the USA division. Pilots are encouraged to use the CTAF frequencies to announce their intentions and positions when ATC is not available, just as you do in the real world. At the moment, simmers use 122.80 when there's no air traffic or services that are not available, regardless of the real world airports that have a designated CTAF. VATSIM mentions the trial will last up to 6 months after the start date of the 1st of March. There is no further information from the VATSIM team of what will be the next stages after the trial is completed. If you'd like to know more about the trial, I'll leave a link in the description below. Moving over to this week's release news, Turtle Beach has released its latest offering when it comes to simulated hardware. Following the release of the Velocity 1 flight yoke and the Velocity 1 flight stick, the team now has released their flight deck HOTAS offering. This new HOTAS has the world's first touch display OLED heads-up display, along with 139 programmable functions and 15 different axes. The touch display allows you to access a range of other controls, such as functions within a aircraft. This hostess has been built with Hall effect sensors, which gives you a higher level of detail. You're able to view the hostess's performance as well as adjust the sensitivity and detents while flying in the sim. Other buttons include gear levers, a bunch of switches and flap controls and more. I'll leave a link in the description below if you'd like more details about the Turtle Beach flight deck hostess, and we plan to give you a review on this one in the future on the channel, so stay tuned for that. In another release for the week, this one we mentioned the announcement in last week's video, but now Microsft has released the Toolbar Pushback Pro for Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is an expanded version of the original freeware version found on the flightsim.to website. The Pro version of the software comes with a number of enhancement features such as the ability to tow an aircraft, VR compatible, Xbox support when available, view 3D objects, connects to the Microsoft VDGS system. You can pick up your copy of the Toolbar Pushback Pro from the Microsoft store, and it will be coming to the InSim Marketplace store for both PC and Xbox sometime soon. Links in the description below. Apex Gaming PCs and the Oz Flight Simmer channel have partnered up to create a range of gaming flight simmer PCs tailored to flight simulation pilots in mind. The private pilot and the commercial pilot range has been designed to provide a great frame rates if you are on a budget, or if you're an experienced simmer and want to take your simming to the next level. You can even customize to suit your virtual pilot needs. Links in the description below if you want to check out the new range of Oz Flight Simmer PCs, the private pilot and the commercial pilot. Moving over to this week's sim update news. Last week's sim update 15 public beta was released. This week the Microsoft team released a new update for the beta version 1.37.4.0 has now been released. It has a bunch of fixes and added features compared to the previous release, which was 1.37.2.0. Here's some of the highlights. Various fixes to crashes across the title, fixed issues with the model matching for the AI that would spawn more than usual non-optimized traffic models, improvements to reduce avionics randomly turning off for Xbox, fix some nav data packages are not correctly loading in, a bunch of fixes for glass cockpits when it comes to the Garmin G3X Touch, a bunch of improvements to the ground handling collision physics when it comes to the C172 and the Cabri G2. A bunch of aircraft fixes when it comes to the Boeing 787, the 747, the Capri G2, the NX Cub, the X Cub, the JMVL3, and the Flappy Buzz June flying thing that was released with the June 2 DLC. There is no mention of the AnyBuilds A320neo making this version of the beta so far. I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to check out the full changelog of this next version of the beta. These are just some of the highlights that we've mentioned in today's video. The World Hub has been an invite testing only for a little while now, and if you're not familiar with the World Hub, it offers the community a chance to submit improvements and fixes to default airports in the sim. Such improvements are correct placements of runways, taxiways and parking spots, and a more accurate reflection of the real world airport. These submissions are then rolled out to the entire community through the official platform updates, and on Thursday we saw the first batch of community fixes for users to enjoy, along with a new air-rack cycle, which is really great to see. And it's great to see we're seeing the benefits from the community when it comes to the World Hub. Moving on, this week there is no new updates when it comes to the active development roadmap and also the wish list. However, we did receive a new product backlog list, and on this week we've seen a total of 250 new products on the new backlog list, which is 8 down from last week. Aircraft are up by 3 on 25, which 10 of these are in Microsoft Flight Simulator processing. Missions are down by 6, sceneries are up by 6, liveries are up by 4. There's also airports are down by 1 and others are down by 4. When it comes to this week in Sim Marketplace, we've seen 65 new products available. 33 of these are on PC and 32 of these are available for Xbox. The only aircraft this week to make the release is the Sim Solutions with their DA20C1 Eclipse, which is available for both PC and Xbox. This is not a new product, by the way. It's been available on the AnyBuild store since the second part of last year, but it's now available on the InSim Marketplace. Other releases are made up of the InSim Marketplace releases for the week is 2 livery packs, 5 flight/challenge packs, 1 traffic pack, which is the Just Flight traffic add-on, and also 3 scenery packs and 14 airports, including the new Leeds Bradford from AnyBuilds. If you got this far in the video, please bosh that like button and consider subscribing if you want to stay up to date for when our next stream is live or when our next video is out. If you missed our midweek video this week, feel free to click it over there, and we will see you over in that video. And thank you everyone for all your support.